Today, Makita is one of the world's most trusted power tool brands, but over 100 years ago it wasn't making tools at all. It started as a small electrical repair shop in Japan. So how did that humble workshop grow into a global powerhouse? In this video, we'll explore the remarkable journey behind Makita's incredible success. The story begins in 1915, during one of the most transformative periods in Japan's history. The country was modernizing at an incredible pace, building new factories, expanding its industries, and embracing technologies that had never existed there before. But electricity was still a luxury. Most Japanese homes had never even seen an electric motor, and the few machines powering factories and businesses relied on large generators imported from Europe. Keeping those generators running wasn't easy. Japan lacked the technical infrastructure to repair such advanced equipment, and every breakdown became a costly problem. Flying engineers from Europe to Japan wasn't practical. Replacement parts took months to arrive, and many businesses were forced to halt production while waiting for repairs. Seeing this growing challenge, a young 21-year-old entrepreneur named Masaburo Makita recognized an opportunity where others saw only obstacles. In the city of Nagoya, he opened a small electrical repair shop dedicated to servicing imported generators, electric motors, transformers, and other industrial electrical equipment. At the time, it was just another local repair business. No one could have imagined that this modest workshop would one day evolve into one of the world's most respected power tool manufacturers. In its early years, Makita concentrated on four essential services that supported Japan's growing industrial sector. The company repaired electric motors, serviced generators, repaired transformers and other industrial electrical machinery, and supplied lighting equipment as electricity gradually became more widespread across the country. At this stage, Makita was not a power tool manufacturer. Its business was built entirely on repairing and maintaining the electrical equipment that factories and businesses depended on every day. Each repair required patience, precision, and a deep understanding of how these complex machines operated. As the years passed, more businesses began trusting Makita with their valuable equipment. The company developed a reputation for reliable workmanship, technical expertise, and attention to detail. Whether it was a damaged generator or a worn-out electric motor, customers knew Makita could restore it to working condition. For the next 40 years, the workshop became a place of continuous learning. Every motor that was dismantled, every transformer that was rebuilt, and every machine that was brought back to life expanded the company's knowledge of electrical engineering. Instead of simply fixing broken equipment, Makita's engineers studied how each component worked, why it failed, and how it could be improved. This hands-on experience gave the company an extraordinary understanding of electric motors, precision engineering, manufacturing methods, and product reliability. Long before Makita ever designed its first power tool, it had already spent decades mastering the technology that made those tools possible. Without realizing it, those 40 years of repair work were laying the foundation for the future. The knowledge, craftsmanship, and confidence gained during this period would eventually allow Makita to make one of the most important decisions in its history, transitioning from repairing other companies' machines to building its own. Then came World War II. The war left Japan devastated. Cities lay in ruins, factories had been destroyed, and much of the country's infrastructure needed to be rebuilt from the ground up. But out of that destruction came one of the largest reconstruction efforts in Japan's history. Across the nation, workers were rebuilding homes, schools, bridges, factories, and entire communities. Construction was taking place everywhere, creating an enormous demand for faster, more efficient tools and equipment. Makita recognized that Japan's needs were changing. The country no longer required only repaired electrical machinery. It needed modern tools that could help rebuild the nation more quickly and efficiently. Seeing this opportunity, Makita made one of the boldest decisions in its history. Instead of remaining an electrical repair company, it entered the power tool industry. In January 1958, Makita introduced its very first power tool, the Makita model. 1,000 portable electric hand planer. The launch marked a historic turning point for the company. Before 1958, Japanese carpenters relied almost entirely on traditional hand planes. While these tools had been perfected over generations and produced exceptional craftsmanship, they demanded years of experience, considerable physical effort, and a great deal of time. As Japan rebuilt at an unprecedented pace, Builders needed tools that could work faster without sacrificing quality. Makita's portable electric planer provided exactly that. Powered by an electric motor, it enabled carpenters to plane wood far more quickly and with much less effort while delivering smooth, consistent results. Tasks that once took hours of manual labor could now be completed much more efficiently, helping workers meet the growing demands of post-war construction. The market embraced the innovation almost immediately. The portable electric planer became a commercial success and proved there was a strong demand for electric power tools in Japan. Even more significantly, it became the first electric planer ever manufactured and sold in Japan. The success of Makita's first power tool marked the beginning of a new era for the company. With growing confidence and increasing demand, Makita began expanding its range of professional power tools to serve the needs of carpenters, builders, and craftsmen across Japan. Over the next few years, the company introduced a series of new products, including electric drills, grinders, circular saws, and sanders. Rather than focusing on a single invention, Makita steadily built a complete lineup of reliable electric tools designed for professionals. Each new product strengthened the company's reputation for quality, precision, and durability, helping Makita establish itself as one of Japan's emerging power tool manufacturers. As demand continued to grow, Makita didn't limit its ambitions to the domestic market. The company gradually expanded into export markets, introducing its products to customers beyond Japan, and laying the foundation for what would eventually become a global brand. Then, in March 1963, just 4 years after entering the power tool business, Makita achieved something that few young manufacturing companies could claim. The company became completely debt-free. There were no bank loans, no outstanding bonds, and no financial obligations to any creditor. Considering how rapidly the company had grown, this was an extraordinary accomplishment. In only 4 years, Makita had transformed itself from a repair company into a successful manufacturer, expanded its product lineup, entered international markets, and financed its growth entirely through its own earnings. This wasn't simply the result of good business. It reflected a philosophy that would define Makita for decades to come. The company believed it should never spend money it hadn't already earned. Instead of borrowing from banks to finance expansion, Makita reinvested its profits back into the business. Every new product, every improvement, and every step forward was funded by the company's own success rather than debt. That disciplined approach gave Makita a strong financial foundation and the freedom to focus on innovation instead of repayments. It was a philosophy of sustainable growth, one that helped transform a small Japanese manufacturer into one of the most respected names in the power tool industry. And that's the fascinating story of how a small electrical repair shop in Japan evolved into one of the world's most trusted power tool brands. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss our next deep dive into the history of the world's biggest tool brands. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.